Hey, this is the intro. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Enjoy. Hey guys, Demon here, doing another Steven Universe review this time. Season 5, the newest season. This is the first episode of Season 5, Stuck Together. This episode, I gotta say, man, pretty damn good. I've made a theory video on how I think Steven might escape from the diamonds. And one of those theory, I did say in that video that perhaps they won't even get to the diamonds and they'll get out from the spaceship somehow. It turns out that didn't happen. I kind of did. I thought that wouldn't happen because I was just like, it'd be much more interesting to see what would happen with the diamonds. So at the end of this episode, they end up with the diamonds. Well, they end up at the diamond place. I don't know if they're going to the diamonds. They end up at the diamond place. It's really interesting. But before we get into that, let's get into the actual review. So, this episode starts off where the last episode ended. But Topaz, I think her name is Topaz. She finds Lars. She brings him out. And then she fuses with Lars and Steven inside of her. Teardrop is still being a B word to everybody, including Topaz. And then she's just like, fly the ship home, Topaz. And the ship has engine problems, so she's like, go fix the engine, Topaz, because she's a B word. She doesn't do anything by herself because she's a lazy son of a. But anyways, Topaz goes to fix the engine. Steven tries to talk to Lars and tries to get him to help him. And Lars is like all down and stuff, and he's down himself mostly because he's just like, oh man, I'm such a coward. Like I screwed up Sadie. This is the one time this is the second time, okay? I guess it's not the second time. I guess it's one of the very few times. I will say that, okay? I think Lars is probably one of the worst characters in Steven Universe. I know a lot of people don't think that, but I do. This is one of the few times I actually like Lars, because he admitted that he was a coward and that he didn't want to save Sadie. You know, he admitted that, like, oh man, I wimped out and I didn't want to save Sadie. Like, I'm not like you, Steven. I'm not like strong like you and stuff. Like, I'm a wimp, you know. And Steven's like, no, you're not a wimp. Like, come on, dude. I need your help, Lars. Come on. And Lars is just like, no, I'm a mess up. I'm a wimp. Maybe I should just go with these people, and it'd be better for everybody, you know, sort of thing. And I felt like that before, you know. So I can feel what Lars is feeling. He feels worthless. He feels weak. And he feels like maybe it's just better if I go with these people, because then Sadie won't have to deal with me anymore, and no one will have to deal with me anymore because I'm just an asshole. And I think a lot of people can feel that way every once in a while, because I've even felt that way before, you know. But at the end of the day, man, you just gotta think more positive. But Lars, man, this is the one time I can connect with his character and not think he's a complete asshole. And then Steven actually lets out some of his emotions, and he says that he's really happy that Lars is there. That was really touching to me. That was like, oh, that was like, Steven, you're putting on all these burdens on you and stuff, and you're finally admitting, like, I'm like super sad. I don't want to do this, and I'm super afraid and stuff. And he's acting more like he's acting mature, but he's saying what most people would say, that they're afraid, you know. So it's really interesting to see that. It's like heart touching too, you know. So just to see Steven go like I'm just afraid, and I'm glad that you're here, Lars. And Lars is just like, okay, he's like yeah, I'm glad that we're together too, you know, because Lars is an asshole, but he can actually feel something every once in a while, you know. and he's like, yeah, I'm glad too, you know. And then he tries to help Steven out a little bit, and they're talking like this emotional talk. Mostly just Steven. Like at first, it was Lars saying how pathetic he was, and how useless he was, and like how cowardly he was and stuff, and how he always like thinks of stuff in the negative. And then it was Steven talking about like just like how he doesn't want to do this anymore, how he doesn't like what his mom did, and just all this stuff that's really emotional, emotionable. You know what I'm saying? Really emotion. Whatever. Moving on. Just talking about all this stuff that's really interesting. And it's kind of sad at the same time. But Steven finally admits like he's afraid and that he doesn't want to do this, even though he said that he does. And at the end, Topaz starts crying, and she actually has a really nice voice. I really liked her voice. I gotta say, that voice it's a nice voice. Whoever her voice actor, got a nice voice. I'm just saying. But yeah, she starts crying and she starts talking for once. This is the first time we heard her talk in all the episodes that she's been in, which is 5. I'm pretty sure she's only been in 5 episodes. Well, I guess in the first 4 episodes, in the first 3 episodes, or 2 episodes, in the first 2 episodes, we only saw her shadow. So I guess she's only been seen in 3 episodes, but whatever. So she starts talking, and she says like, you guys are awesome, like, you guys are saying that you want to be together, and I always wanted to say that, but people always get in my way, and they send me all these stupid missions that I don't want to do anymore, and right then and there, I thought, like, new Crystal Gem, guys, new Crystal Gem, coming soon, Topaz and the Topaz twins, 2 new Crystal Gems. I thought that was gonna be for sure, but, Topaz is like, no, like, I gotta deal with my diamonds and stuff. I don't know if she's that loyal to them, though, because she feels that way, and that's the same way people at the rebellion felt. That's why they rebelled against the diamonds, because they didn't want to do the stuff that the diamonds wanted them to do, and she doesn't want to do what the diamonds wanted her supposed to do. So, I'm thinking that she might be helping them in the future. That might be a possibility. That might be another escape thing. I still stick with what I said before on my theory video, but she could be a contributing factor. As of right now, though, she's back to her silent, just stern-faced self, because at the end, she gets into the fight with Teardrop, and Teardrop's just like, you're gonna go back to the diamonds and get shattered? I'm surprised Steven didn't go like, listen, Topaz, do this to her, take us back to Earth, and you can become a Crystal Gem. We'll bubble her and we'll put her with Jasper. We'll put her with Jasper. We'll bubble her and get rid of her. And then you could be with us. Sort of thing. But Steven didn't actually say that. I'm surprised that he didn't. Although I guess it would have not worked as much as Steven would have liked it to, because Teardrop did contact the diamonds to say what they had. So I guess the diamonds would have known anyways. Well, I guess that means that the rubies never told them about it. That's pretty interesting to think about. I wonder where the hell the rubies are. I guess she's still looking for her other rubies. But anyways, yeah, but Topaz was like almost an honorary Crystal Gem, man. I gotta say, like, she was so close to helping them, but at the end, she gave in to peer pressure, because Teardrop's just like, they're gonna shatter you, and they're gonna separate you and shatter you, like, in front of each other. Like, don't do it. And Topaz is like, oh man, I can't do it. That's gotta suck, man. Poor Steven. Poor Topaz too, man. She's and then Teardrop is just like, you know what? I'll forget about this incident. Just never do it again, and never speak of it again. And then they land in the, I think it was all yellow, so I'm assuming it's Yellow Diamond's court or something. And they separate Steven and Lars. Lars is going who knows where, probably to the zoo, or maybe he's just gonna get killed right out. I don't know. I'm sure he's not gonna get killed, but who knows what's gonna happen to him. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like, worthless human, just put him in the zoo or something, you know? And Steven is gonna go talk to the Diamonds to pay for his mother's crime. He was even willing to let Lars escape and still talk to the Diamonds. Oh man, it's so interesting. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do to him. He's just like, they're gonna want to shatter me and destroy me, sort of thing. And Lars is just like, man, that sucks, you know? That's true. I don't know what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? I'm sure the Diamonds are gonna realize that he's not really Rose Quartz, sort of thing. They're probably gonna realize something like that, you know? They're probably gonna be like, what is this abomination, sort of thing? Like, you're pretending to be Rose Quartz and you're not, sort of thing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're gonna realize that it's not fully Rose Quartz, but it is Rose Quartz. And they're gonna be confused as hell. And he's probably gonna be labeled an abomination. And he might even be destroyed, who knows? But then again, Blue Diamond did seem reasonable back in the episode, I forgot what it's called, but back in the episode where we first met her, she did seem kind of reasonable. But then again, it's the same Diamond that said she would shatter Ruby just for fusing by accident. So, I don't know, man. This interesting, like, little cliffhanger there, and I can't wait till the next episode to see what happens to Steven and Lars, but mostly Steven. Just to see, man. I don't know, I think they're going to spend the majority of Season 5, or at least most of the episodes, on Steven and, on Homeworld or Yellow Diamond's court thing. I think they're going to spend the majority of Season 5 there, just in space. So it's going to be interesting to see. And also, I want to put one more thing out there. In Lion 4, a lot of people said that those two pink things in front of that temple was a part of Pink Diamond's ship. Like in Lion 4 alternate ending. A lot of people say that those two pink things were like a part of Pink Diamond's ship. Like her hand chip, I guess. Like 2 fingers or something like that. And that's just another thing that they could fix up and fly out to the Diamonds, I guess. Like the crystal gems themselves, because they have Peridot and Pearl, you know? So that's just another thing they could fix up and fly out there. If Lion shows them. So yeah, man, I'm really interested to see what happens. I wonder if the gems are going to be able to get out there and save him, or if he's going to be able to save himself. But we're going to have to wait and see. And I wonder if Connie's going to come with him. That's another question. But anyways, hope you liked this review. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And as always, my friends, stay sane. Peace. Hey guys, this is the outro. Just reminding you to subscribe, like the video, watch my other videos, and, you know, stuff like that. So, see you later. Peace. Bye-bye.